Okay, so the crypto market right now has been taking a massive hit, and we're not talking about just a 10% or 20% dump. We're talking about a massive 50 to 60% retrace right now in the past few weeks. And you might be wondering why and what exactly is happening. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and make these videos every day if it's necessary, because a lot of people have no idea what's going on. There's a bunch of calls or Twitter influencers with 200,000 followers. They got lucky on some shitcoin, think they know everything, bought maybe 80% of their followers, and what they do is they literally rug an instant dump on everyone. So pretty much everyone are saying, oh, altcoin season's coming, altcoin season's coming, altcoin season's coming. There's a few things that need to happen in order for an altcoin season to happen. Okay, we're going to be talking about quantitative easing, we're going to be talking about quantitative tightening, we're going to be talking about interest rate, and of course we're going to be talking about the tariffs. We're also going to be talking about pump fund, how Solana ecosystem is and could potentially destroy the altcoin season that is currently happening, or that was supposed to pretty much happen right now. And we're going to be talking about a bunch of other things. So if you guys do like these videos, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, leave a like, turn those notification bells on so you guys never miss a video. Anyways, having a look right here, the crypto bubble, you guys can see everything is pretty much down in red. We got everything except for maybe Ultima and OM performing pretty good in the past month. We have right here, I mean, Jupiter, guys, Jupiter down 40%. We got Ton down, Bitcoin Cash down, Jasmine down, Gala 40%, Pepe down 55%. I mean, things are absolutely getting obliterated. I'm talking about from A to Z in the top 100 cryptocurrency. Of course, if you are a holder of a top 200 or top 300, such as KDA, Veracity, and maybe even Supra, you're absolutely getting obliterated even more right now, down 70 to 80%. And in this video, first of all, everyone needs to calm down, okay? Number one. Number two, subscribe to this channel, because it's very important to essentially share this information with your friends, your family, people who are in crypto on Twitter, because a lot of people don't really understand what is going on right now. And I do, before I have a look at the whole pump fund and everything, I do want to have a look and start off with this right here, which is interest rate, which is probably the most obvious one. You guys can see right here that every time we do have a interest rate hike, that's when we have a bear market, right? I mean, we know what happened in 2018. That's when the Fed started to hike the interest rate. What happens? There was pretty much the bubble. And of course, what happens right here when the Fed started to pretty much cut interest rates, that's pretty much when everything started to pump again. And of course, right here, that was the COVID time. That's when the Fed pretty much decided, or the central bank, you could say, decided to essentially cut rates to zero. Now, if we have a look right here at this chart, we know what happened. Okay, so this was a 2018 bubble right here, exactly like I showed a few seconds ago. And of course, what happened? We saw a massive wick right here, okay, in 2020, 2019, before everything happened, before the interest rate cut happened. And a lot of people are thinking, oh, look at this, we saw a massive wick, that means it's a massive reversal. And of course, what happens is that there was a lockdown, people weren't spending as much, and that's when the Federal Reserves or central bank pretty much decided to cut interest rate. Okay, so there was a massive cut. It was like 1.5 or 1.6, correct me if I'm wrong, on interest rate during COVID 2020. And that's when we saw the massive run, or the parabolic run right here, all the way that led up to the 2021 2022 Terra Luna Classic and the FTX crisis essentially. And what happened? There was another rate hike. Okay, so you guys can see, I'm not going to go back to the rate hike chart, but pretty much there was another rate hike. And what happened when there was a rate hike? We saw a massive downtrend. The bear market pretty much started. And of course, what happens right here in 2023, on August 2023, there was a slight rate cut. People were like, oh, you know what? The rate cut is starting. That's it. The bull market starting. It's going to be like 2020, altcoin season starting. By the way, this is the altcoin chart. I do want to clarify, this is the altcoin chart, not including Bitcoin, not including Ethereum. So we're looking at right here, like, XRP, Cardano, whatever. You're looking at anything that's pretty much, it's really in the top like 20, I believe, but you're looking at anything that's not really, Bitcoin or Ethereum. And pretty much what happens right here, there was a massive rate cut, or not a massive, but a pretty big one, I guess you could say. And that's when the market pretty much started to pump, August 2023. That led up all the way into the pump of, I believe, December. And then, of course, Donald Trump comes in, he launches a coin January 17. The whole market starts to tank. Now, before we have a look at that, let's talk about what is quantitative easing. For those of you guys who don't know what quantitative easing is, it's pretty much when the central bank starts to essentially stimulate economic growth, and they pretty much start to cut interest rate to as low as zero, or very close to zero. And right now, if we have a look right here at this chart, you guys can see right here that the interest rate are not even close to zero. you're looking at, 4.5, 3.5% to be exact. If you guys want to know right here what the exact interest rate are, they're currently sitting at 4.33% right here. Now, obviously, this is not bullish for the crypto markets, financial markets, stock market, whatever it is. And the reason why that is, even though we are seeing a nice little pullback, we saw a few days ago that inflation had a 0.2 increase. Now, obviously, sitting at 3.1%, that's not very good for the economy. We want to see inflation pretty much come down. In order to do that, we need to essentially hike interest rate. Hence why the Federal Reserve pretty much said that they won't be cutting interest rate in 2025, which is very, very interesting. But Trump said that interest rate cut needs to happen. So this is what's happening right now in terms of macro, in terms of interest rate, in terms of central banking, and all these things that a lot of people need to understand, because until we don't see quantitative easing, we're not going to essentially see an altcoin season. I know a lot of people saw Bitcoin pumping, and Bitcoin has been an exception because we know what happened with BlackRock, ETFs, all these companies and all these banks and all these, everyone started to offer Bitcoin in different countries, no taxes, etc. So Bitcoin is really, really different. We know what happened with also MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor. He's been buying a crap ton of Bitcoin, and that's literally a whole different story. So I know altcoins are supposed to be pumping when Bitcoin pumps. I know that Bitcoin is king, Bitcoin's a leader. And recently Bitcoin has been pumping, altcoins, Bitcoin stops, altcoins dump, or Bitcoin goes down like 1%, altcoins get decimated or obliterated in literally 0.2 minutes. So this is number one. The number two thing that I do want to talk about, which is probably one of the most important thing, and this is where you guys should probably share this video, because a lot of people don't understand that, is Solana and Pump Fund. There's over 60,000 tokens being created on Pump Fund every day. So let me just go on Pump Fund right here. This is Pump Fund, Pump Dump Fund. For those of you guys who don't know, you have 60,000 tokens being created every day. Do you guys know what 60,000 tokens is? I mentioned this in my video yesterday. Now, you guys can see right here, every freaking second there's a new token coming out. That is literally insane. So what happens is that you're gonna have a bunch of these influencers, or a bunch of these influencer groups on Twitter, on X, whatever you want to call it, maybe even Instagram. They're gonna create a coin, or even a celebrity. Okay, so you had Trump. Look what happened with Trump coin. He literally sucked billions of dollars worth of liquidity out of thousands, if not hundreds and hundreds of thousands of traders. Okay, out of everyone, he sucked billions of dollars. And I'm not talking about right here about one person. I'm talking about like, hundreds of thousands of traders combined. A lot of the liquidity came out. And we know what's going on with Trump coin right now. I mean, this thing is literally getting decimated. I mean, this thing is down like 60% since, even more, like 80% since the all-time high. And it's not looking great. You guys can see right here, Trump coin is currently down 75%. This thing was traded, believe it or not, I believe at a $17 billion market cap. And right here, Trump coin is currently sitting right here at a $3.2 billion market cap. So obviously very, very disappointed on Trump on that end, but we're gonna have to see if this can pretty much reverse. Number two is influencers, guys. You have a lot of influencers that are not only sucking the liquidity out of retail, and I'm part of this. I'm not gonna lie, I sold a little bit of my bags, like 20%, which was literally a lot. I was like, these altcoins they keep on dumping, and you're gonna have this influencer that's gonna come and contact you and be like, yo, Dose, this is the next big thing, tweet it, make a video, and this thing's gonna go up like 20x. Guess what? They dumped on me. So before even my followers were pretty much buying, they dumped on me. So it's very, very hard to essentially trust this space out there. And if I were you guys, I would not trust anyone, because it's very, very difficult. By the way, if you guys do want to join my Discord, make sure you guys click on the link in the description below. And if you guys do want to sign up with BitMart and get a $100 bonus, all you have to do is deposit and trade. Link will be in the description below as well. So influencers, what they do is they will pretty much create a token, and what they will do essentially is they will tell everyone to buy it. They're going to be like, okay, this is the next big thing. They're going to go ahead and, but before that, prior to they go ahead and tweeting, they're going to go ahead and literally tell their top 20, top 30 influencers. So they might tell Ansem, they might tell, Link, they might tell all these big influencers who are big in meme coins. And what they're going to do is Ansem's going to like a post, or Pentoshi's going to like a post, and we're like, oh, look, Pentoshi's in. Pentoshi liked this post. Oh, look, Pentoshi, he followed this shitcoin meme page, so let's go. I mean, he's in. So he's not going to tweet it, and he's not going to shill it. But the fact that someone paid him like 10 grand to follow his page, everyone's going to be like, look, this influencer with 900,000 followers just followed our page. time to buy. And what people will do, they're not stupid. They're like, okay, Pentoshi didn't shill it yet. He didn't tweet it yet. This guy with 1 million followers didn't tweet it. Mario Nawfal didn't tweet it yet. So what they'll do is that they're going to go ahead and sell their bags. They're going to sell their bags that are worth like 20, 30, 40,000. They're going to be like, oh, it's only 10 grand. Maybe I could flip 2x, right? And they're going to go ahead and put into that shitcoin, and guess what happens? Boom, instant tank. Okay, because these guys, these influencers, they're already up like, you know, 2,000, 3,000%. They're already up 30, 40x. And what happens is that all the liquidity just keeps getting sucked and sucked. And what they do is that they keep on dumping. They dump their Solana, get the USDT. They dump the Solana, and they're just going to keep on doing this over and over and over again. And it's going to be a nonstop cycle. So this is literally one of the big reasons why, another big reasons why, that altcoin season is not happening. A lot of people are selling their altcoins, topping up with Solana, investing in meme coins, and losing those meme coins. And what they're going to do, okay, let's say they took 10% of their portfolio. They're going to be like, oh, you know what? Altcoins aren't taking anyways. Let me take 30% of my portfolio, put in a Solana, transfer to Phantom in meme coin or Moonshot, and then get wrecked again. And then it's just going to be a cycle again, thinking, oh, you know what? I got failed. You know, one time I failed twice, maybe third time lucky charm, or third time's whatever you want to call it. So they're going to go ahead and take everything from the portfolio. And I'm talking about people, first of all, I learned from this back then in 2017 when I was at the beginning of crypto, and I also know a lot of people who do this. So obviously if you're in crypto, everyone does this, and you cannot say that you don't do this. And obviously if you learn from your mistake, that's great. I've learned from my mistakes, but you're going to have a lot of newbies out there, okay, that don't know anything about crypto, or they don't know anything about meme coins or shit coins or anything like that, or risk management, and they're going to go ahead and take their 100%. Okay, so they took already 40%, and they have 70% left. They're going to go ahead and take 70%, put in Solana, put in meme coins, get wrecked again, get wrecked again, get wrecked again. They have nothing. Now all their bags are down. They have $0 left. They have to restart their portfolio. They have to restart their account, and pretty much the rest is history, obviously. So this is also one of the big reasons on why the crypto market is pretty much bleeding right now. Now, the third but not least is leverage. You got a lot of people who are highly leveraged. A lot of people are coming to this market. You know, back in 2018, 2019, you only had like 1.5% of the world, you know, invested in crypto. Now you have 6, maybe 7% invested in crypto. And what happens now is that you have a lot of people using 100x leverage. So I'm in these groups, right? I'm in these groups, and I see a lot of people using 100x, 200x leverage, and they're showing off their like 800% pump. Like, bro, your coin literally went up 3%. Why are you showing off your 800% pump? You know, it literally didn't go like 3-4%. Like it did, like you could literally get destroyed in 30 seconds. Like, this is what people don't understand. Like, this is not a position that was left on for a few days or a few weeks or a few months. You literally made that money, and the fees, you're going to get destroyed with fees. So a lot of people, what they do is that, oh, I made 50% on 150x leverage, but guess what? You're probably going to end up losing money because the fees are so freaking high. And obviously this also leads to liquidation. A lot of people think that they could time the market and beat the market, and they keep on buying longs and keep on doing 100x leverage, thinking that every dip is a great opportunity to pretty much 100x or even 25x, and pretty much that's how they get liquidated. That's how they get absolutely obliterated. So that's why you guys have to be careful. Meme coins, liquidation, I would not touch that until maybe April. This is when we can see some sort of maybe good news happening, but until then I would literally not touch any of that. I would be very careful with meme coins and altcoins and liquidation. I told you guys in my Discord that I'm not trading right now, and I'm not taking any leverage. I'm not taking any meme coin trades. If you guys are in my Discord, I probably saved you a lot of money. Even people who are in my Patreon, which is actually funny, they're like, yo, Dose, you actually saved me money even though you didn't drop one trade in 2 months. And the reason why is because I told my Patreon Diamond members not to trade. I told them not to beat the market and not to try to beat the market, because you literally won't beat a manipulative market. You just won't. BlackRock is going to wreck you. Interest rate banks are going to wreck you. The big whales are going to wreck you, especially if you're trading the low caps cryptocurrencies. And pretty much that's about it. Now, regarding Doge, Shiba, and all these things, guys, obviously these are pretty good cryptocurrencies. You know, they're backed by big you know, communities and investors. So that's really a different story. But Overall, this is what I want to talk about. This video needs to be shared in order for everyone to understand what is going on in the crypto market and how we can potentially have an altcoin season. Selling, doing liquidation leverage, shorting 100x, longing 100x is literally not the answer, because whether you short 100x or long 100x, you're going to get liquidated on both sides. Actually, believe it or not. I know it's mind-blowing, but you're literally going to get wrecked on both sides. So if you guys like this video, make sure you guys share, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace out.